Yes, so as I said, we're looking at the consumer theory, how we make choices based on prices, income, preferences, so that we can get the most satisfaction. Okay. So today we're looking first at the budget constraint equation, which is telling you that you've got a certain amount of income and you can only buy two goods. Okay. So the formula for the budget constraint equation is you have the income, the price of good X multiplied by the quantity of good X plus the price of good Y multiplied by the quantity of good Y. Okay, so it can be written like this, right? This is the format of the budget constraint equation. So I'm going to show you how you can graph this, okay, and how you also can interpret the slope of this curve, all right? Yes. So, for example, Mr. John has an income of 1,000 kwacha, okay, and the price of good, okay, well, I won't say good A and B, I say the price of sausage is 50 kwacha, and the price of rice is 100 kwacha. Okay, so number one, construct a budget constraint equation. Write down the slope and interpret what it means. If Mr. John wants to buy only sausages, wants to buy sausages only, how many can he get? And if he wants to buy rice only, how many can he get? Okay. Yes. Okay, so we'll start with part one. We have to form the budget constraint equation. So you just need to know the income, the price of the good of both goods, all right? So the budget constraint equation, as I said, so colleagues, let me just respond to this. Let me respond to this message. Yes. So this is the format of the budget constraint equation. Yes. So income equals the price. So in this case, our good X will be sausage, price of sausage, PS, quantity of sausage QS, price of rice PR, quantity of rice QR. Okay. So the income is 1,000 kwacha. The price of sausage is 50 kwacha. So you say 50 S. We just represent S as the quantity of sausages. Okay. 50 S plus the price of rice is 100 kwacha. All right. Then we say 100 R. Okay. This R just represents the quantity of rice. All right. So this is the budget constraint equation, colleagues. Are there any questions so far? Okay. 1000 equals 50S. Or if you want, you can still leave it as 50 QS and plus 100 QR or R. All right. Yes. So the slope, now we go to the slope of a budget constraint line. Okay. The slope of a budget constraint line, slope equals negative. Okay. The price of good X over the price of good Y. Okay, so here we can just say the price of sausages, PS, over the price of rice. Okay, that's what the slope represents. Sausages will be on our x-axis, rice will be on the y-axis. Okay, so this negative sign, it just represents a downward sloping line. Okay, if we if we had to make the graph, okay, our graph would be like this. All right, we have rice on the y-axis, okay, and we have sausage on the x-axis. Okay, so our line is going to be downward sloping like this. That's why there's a negative sign here. Okay, it's a downward sloping line. So what this slope means, it's just telling us okay, so what this slope represents, how much rice we are giving up to get one more sausage. Okay, this slope represents like a trade-off rate. How much rice we are giving up to get one more sausage. Okay, just remember the rule of thumb here is you're always giving up y, whatever is in the y-axis. Okay, you're giving up whatever is in the y-axis to get whatever is in the x-axis. Okay, colleagues. So since rice is on our y-axis, it's how much rice we are giving up to get one more sausage. Okay. So if you remember, the price of the sausage is 50 kwacha. The price of rice is 100 kwacha. So 50 divided by 100, that is 50 divided by 100, that's 0.5. Yes. So basically, we are giving up 0.5 units of rice to get one sausage. We are giving up zero point units of rice to get one sausage. Okay, so that's what this slope of the budget constraint line represents. Okay, that's what the slope represents. How much of good Y you're giving up to get good X, right? So it's up to you to choose. If you wanted, would have put sausage on the Y-axis and rice on the X-axis, right? Then you can get the slope and you interpret. Okay. So if Mr. John wants to buy sausages only, how many can he get? And if he wants to buy rice only, how many can he get? Okay, so colleagues, here what we're talking about basically are the intercepts of the budget constraint line. Okay, an intercept, colleagues, is just where a line cuts an axis. Okay, so if we draw our budget constraint line like this, okay, here we have our rice on our y-axis, and here we have sausage. Okay, so the intercepts are here. This one here, this is the first intercept. This intercept here is the y-intercept because the line is cutting the y-axis. So this y-intercept is just going to tell you how much rice you can buy. If you don't buy any sausage, how much rice can you buy? Okay. So how you get that is just your income over the price of rice. Okay. The income over the price of rice. Okay. Then here, this is our x-intercept. Okay. This represents how much sausage, if you don't buy any rice and you just buy sausage, how much sausage can you get? And that is the income over the price of sausage. Okay. This is how you get these intercepts, colleagues. Okay. So let's say for sausage, our income is 1,000. The price of sausage is 50 kwacha. Okay. So 1,000 divided by 50, that is 20. So if we only buy sausages, we can buy 20 sausages. Okay. We buy 20 sausages and zero rice. So 20 sausages and zero rice. We're only buying sausages here. Okay. Then for the rice, income is 1,000 kwacha over 100 kwacha. Okay, so we can only buy 10 bags of rice. If we're only buying rice, we can only buy 10 bags of rice. Okay, so here's zero sausage, 10 rice here. Okay, colleagues, that's one way you can find out these intercepts. If you want to find out, okay, this person wants to buy only one good, how much of that good can they buy? Okay, so here we put 10 there, and then we put 20. Okay, and then yes. Okay. Then another way, if you're not comfortable with this formula, all right, you can always refer back to the budget constraint equation here, okay, which is 1,050 S plus 100R, 1,050 S plus 100R. Okay. So if you only want to buy sausage, it means you're buying zero rice. So you just say, okay, if rice equals zero here, if you substitute rice with zero here, this 100 goes away. Okay, this goes away. Then you remain with 1000 equals 50 s. S, remember, is just the quantity of sausage. So if you have to find s, divide both sides by 50. 1000 divided by 50. Okay. As you can see here, this I over PS, the same thing we're doing here. So 1000 divided by 50, like it equals 20. Okay. Yes. That's the other way you can do it. Okay. You just say, okay, one good, equate it to zero, so you can find out how much you can buy of the other good. Okay. If it's for rice, you want to find out how much rice you can buy, just equate this S here, quantity of sausages, to zero, and you'll find you can buy 10 bags of rice. Yes. Any questions, colleagues?